Hello, welcome to this edition of Real Talk with TAS and OnJerya. Please remember to follow us. We're so glad that you're joining us. How you doing there, Mr. Manswell T. Peterson? Now, my phone gets so funky sometimes, guys. It's like it just keeps sliding down. I don't know why it doesn't want to stay in place. But anywho, we're going to be moving forward, and Jay is going to be joining us in just a second. Um, she wanted to share something with you guys tonight, and I've done a little prepping on it, and I think it's a conversation that we need to have. I'm gonna keep messing with my phone because it doesn't want to stay in place. Maybe it'll stay right there, but it's the conversation I think we should have. We could address it. Hi, Dr. Pretty Ten. Hi. How you doing there, Latanya? Looking at your pretty picture, I'm like, I know who that is. But, we can be addressed from so many different perspectives. So I'll be interested to get you guys' perspective on it as she comes aboard. I don't want to give anything away, but I do want you to make sure that you're following us every subscribe to me, Dr. Teresa Smith, so you'll be up on everything that we're doing. And of course, we're here every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time and 7 p.m. Central Time. We'll talk with Taz and OnJerya. We're unscripted. We just tell it like it is. And then we like the audience participation because I think when more people come together to discuss a particular subject, more knowledge is gained. And that's so, so important. Is Miss Scorpio trying to see if I can get her here. Okay, bring Miss Scorpio in. Oh, you looking right good, Miss Scorpio.
Well, you see the parts in the middle.
Oh, you see mine on the side here. I had to try to do a little something to it. My hair will pin curl pretty quickly, and I'm better with a pin curl than the flat iron. So I said, let me just pin this little piece up, and it fell in place. I don't know what my hairstylist would say, but it fell in place. I was just reminding them that we want them to follow us. Want to follow us. You're Miss Scorpio 85, and I'm Dr. Teresa Smith. And follow us. And every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time, we're here live with Real Talk with Taz and OnJerya. And you never know what we're going to be talking about. It's unscripted and it's real. And I said to them that you had something that you wanted to discuss, and we could go at this multiple ways, but I didn't want to give anything away because this is your show. So I'm going to let you take it if you don't mind.
No, this is our show.
Oh, so what that mean? Am I
Because you do all the
supposed
talking.
to... Wait a minute. Oh, so I'm the one that's supposed to do all the talking.
You do all the talking.
Sometimes I think we Lucy and Ethel. I'm trying. We're the Golden Girls, and with different people each time because four of them. And I'm trying to think who else. There are two women, Cagney and Lacey, Rizzoli and Al. I was trying to come up with Rizzoli and Al
Yeah.
the other day when I was talking to you. I couldn't come up with it.
You can't forget about Rhoda.
Oh, Rhoda and Mary.
Mary.
Mary Tyler Moore and Rhoda. Oh, Valerie Harper. Okay. Well, you just taking us way back. And that was
I
way
know.
before your time because it was before my time. But we're
Girl, let
going
me
to go
tell you,
back.
Nick at night
Well, it,
be on point.
yeah. Well, we had to go back because we're going to go forward. It might get a little sticky, guys, but let me try to set it up.
Okay.
Picture it. Picture it.
Yes.
Picture it. It is 2024, and we're in Texas. I believe it's Houston. And I am a food blogger, influencer. I don't know what other title I'm supposed to say I am, but I'm all that and several bags of chips. And I had received a request from a food truck owner's child
Yep.
to come and help them because they've moved to a new state, I believe. And as a result, they're trying to get their business up and running. And I like helping people. And so I go.
Yep.
And when I get there, you know how it is. There's, well, you may not know how it is, but this is how it was. There was somebody cutting hair. There was a barber, I think, out in the parking lot cutting hair. There may have been somebody doing braids, and I don't know what else. But, I thought it was a good thing. And I really wanted to bless everybody.
Yes, girl.
So I leave a tip. I think my tip was $4,000. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong.
It was.
And
It was.
and we want to spread the wealth. I want to
Yes,
spread
girl.
it abroad, because charity starts at home, I believe. Is that right? Charity starts at home and goes abroad,
It
whatever.
does.
So we want to
It does.
spread it. And so I guess I have a conversation with the owner, the mother of the child who had invited me. And I
Mm-hmm.
basically said that. Now, I wasn't specific saying you give Unjaya this much, give so and so this much, and so on and so on. Well, it appears, we know how them tips can be, guys. So basically, I'm tipping everybody because when I got there, I saw that there was a lot of people working, trying to provide. And I thought, well, if I give money to the barber, then if somebody came who didn't have money to maybe get their child's haircut or just their own haircut, that person has already got, like, let's say $1,000 tip from me. And so therefore, they'll feel okay with giving this person a free haircut because basically it's already been paid for. Well,
Exactly.
I think I was sort of thinking the same thing with the hair braider. And then I think it was just supposed to be, was it just three people that was going to get a tip? The food truck
Yeah.
owner, the person that's braiding hair, and then
The
the
barber.
barber.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for joining me. Future, I'm just looking here. Future, help me out, Unjeria. Future,
Future on the rise,
okay,
coaching.
thank
That's Tasha.
you. Future on the
Hey,
rise
Tasha.
company. Hey, Tasha, I don't know who it is, but hey, Tasha, you're right on time. So again, picture. I leave a $4,000 tip
Mm-hmm.
to be divided between the food truck owners, the barber, and the lady braiding hair.
But what did you do with it, though?
You mean what did they do with it?
Yeah. What did they do with the tip?
It didn't make it to, it just made it to the food truck owner.
No, of course not.
So what happened? Only the food truck owner got the money? That right?
Yeah, yeah. That's exactly what happened. Only the food truck owner received the tip, and they were supposed to distribute it amongst, the other individuals that were
Three
there.
businesses there. Three businesses in that parking
Mhm.
lot.
Because again, as the content creator stated, they just pulled up all because of the son's video
Reached out.
about, hey, like, we know that you're in town, please stop by, because basically from what I've gathered is, like, I follow this content creator, and so they're very well known.
Okay.
So the thing is like, if you're wanting your business to grow and be successful, then this is the person that you want to come and, review your food, because basically
Okay.
people, like, are really gun ho about his critiques.
Mhm.
So no, unfortunately, the food truck owner did not share that tip amongst the other businesses that was there. And as the content creator stated, when he pulled up, again, not being from there, he's thinking like everybody's working together. You
Mhm.
because as we all know, like, when it's like time for school to start back, how we have like these big back to school
Yep.
bash, and
Yep.
everybody comes together in the community. You have someone doing haircuts, somebody providing food,
Yeah.
school supplies, all of that. So again, like, he's thinking like, okay, cool, like, it's a beautiful day out here, and that's what's going on. But we later discover that's not what was going on. And, unfortunately, we know how greed can kind of come into play. And of course, that's what took place. And so, it didn't turn out well for the food truck owner.
Well, do they even still have a business?
I mean, they still have a business, but think about where they could have been.
Well, let me ask the question a different way, because I'm quick to tell you I didn't ask the right question. You know how I am with that. Okay, so I didn't ask the right question. Has their business suffered because they did not divide that money up with the other two businesses that was in the parking lot that particular day?
Yes. Yes, because
Well,
as we know in this day and age, social media blows
yeah.
everything up. And so, of course, like social media took over. And, since then that has occurred, the business owner has basically apologized and has asked for those individuals, to come and, receive the tip that they were supposed to receive. Don't know if that has taken place because the last I heard, they were still, I'm trying to get those individuals to reach out to them. But the point is that you missed out on a blessing.
Well, how did I miss out on a blessing?
Because you didn't follow instructions.
Hi, Tyler, D Creator. Thank you for joining us.
You didn't follow instructions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I just had a couple thoughts there. I didn't
yeah.
follow
You didn't follow
instructions. Mm.
instructions.
Now, you take it on. I had several thoughts with this.
So, some people would say, oh, we call it karma. Some people
Mm.
say, what is it? When the chickens come home to roost.
Mm-hmm.
And the bottom line is, as a result of you being disobedient, you suffered.
But do I even realize that I suffered?
No, because you didn't think you did anything wrong.
Let me tell you what came to mind. And, you talked to me about this beforehand briefly. I said, sure, let's talk about this. But at that moment, I was multitasking. And so I heard you say what you just said. And you said that they missed a blessing. I didn't get it then. I just got it.
Yeah.
I'm reminded of the parable. And, I'll butcher something, guys, in a heartbeat, so don't hold it against me. The parable where the merchant or the master of the house, he was going away, and he left the talents. He gave one person, was it one talent, maybe the other person three, and another person five. You guys know the numbers.
Yeah.
But the point is, he did that. It was really a test to see
Mm-hmm.
what they would do with what he gave them. And the two that got more than just the one, they went, and I think they maybe doubled it or whatever. But the person that got the one, they buried it, if I'm not mistaken. And it's like, you didn't try to work it, and I keep having conversations with people, you gotta work it, you gotta work your process. Faith without works is dead. And it's
Yeah.
like, you're right. They missed their blessing because if you flip it and think about what the blogger having come there would have
Mm-hmm.
done for their business if they had only given the money to the other individuals, because even they could have really promoted, hey, my son was on TikTok, this blogger came, and he was blogging from here and blah 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 blah. There's some other businesses in the parking lot. I didn't even really know those people, but he's like, here, there's a tip for you and for them. And here we all are, we're working it out together, we're growing, blah, 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 blah. It could have been a big a blow up.
Absolutely.
But they decided to keep all the money because they didn't understand. I guess the blogger didn't say it the way that they could understand that he meant basically however you want to give it to them. Be it Zelle, Cash App,
Right.
PayPal, whatever else is out there,
Right.
cash.
Right.
That's what he meant. He didn't mean it's your tip. And we hear about, people, eating in a diner, restaurant, wherever, and somebody will leave $1,000 tip. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh my God. But it does happen. But if they left it and they said it's supposed to go a certain way or be distributed a certain way, it behooves us to do that. Because now I'm looking at the parallel. As you said, obviously, well, you didn't say this, but it appears
It
in
appears.
the news, because I actually read a little news clipping real quick, guys, that things have fallen off as far as the food truck. So the exact opposite has happened.
Yeah.
Is it because do we think there's so many ways we can go with this. I thought about it from an etiquette perspective, but I want to go back to, do you think that desperation caused the mother to react in the way that she responded?
Absolutely, because see, in her mind, and I get it, like I see it from both parties' perspective, but the bottom line is you were told to do something and you
Yeah.
chose not to do it. Regardless of if you were being desperate or not, the thing that people must realize is, particularly as being a business owner, if you have solicited for someone to come and patronize your business
Yeah.
and they come, yes, I understand that she's like, oh, they're here because of our plea, our request, but not understanding that if I win, we all win. So
Wrong
even though
way.
yes, he was there to eat the food and provide a review, he still was able to, shed light on what was going on. And I think at the end of his video, he said because everybody was on live, there was like 30 to 40 people that had came to again like provide business. So it's like you got greedy. Let's just call it what it is. You got greedy and you were selfish. And as a result of that, you had to pay the price. And unfortunately, it was bad press. And because of that, your business is suffering, which was already suffering because, I mean, to me, and again, I understand you're new, you're from out of town, you want to do this. But as he stated, you wasn't even promoting the business yourself because all of you guys are on social media, but
Mm-hmm.
you're not promoting your business. It's
Mm-hmm.
not on your page. You don't have menus. You don't have prices. Like, so how can people come and, you know, take part in what you're giving or what you're providing in your service if they don't know that it exists? So it's like, what is it? They build it, they will come. But if
Yeah.
nobody
Mm-hmm.
knows you building it because the closed mouth is fed, how they gonna know to come?
Well, Lord. Yeah, we live, y'all. We live. Thank you for being a
Yeah,
friend. Do-do-do. I will tell the world and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Oh, dum, dum,
yeah,
dum. Luckily, I don't have to pay for singing that. But it's almost like I thought I'm trying to, I don't know how to couch this. It's like I just lost my mind.
yeah.
And the reason I say it that way is because I lost, it appears now, this is a general
Mm-hmm.
statement, that I lost my moral compass. And sometimes it's our moral compass that keeps us straight in the straight and narrow, keeps us
Right,
from going left and going right. It keeps us doing the right thing. It appears that she lost her moral compass for whatever reason, not understanding what she was doing to her business and really herself personally.
right.
Because now with social media, people are going to, because she's in a new area, people are going
Yeah,
to know she is the lady that had that food truck. She's trying to get credit, blah blah blah,
yeah.
whatever. That's not going to go away because the videos are going to be out there forever. So I mean, it's almost like she set herself back versus propelling herself forward. So whatever she may have thought she was going to gain by keeping all the money, it she didn't gain anything. She actually put herself in a worse position than she was before the bloggers saw her son on TikTok and decided to come. I
Which
don't
goes,
understand that
which goes back
mentality.
to the question of, like you said, does she even like? First of all, where are your morals and where are your
Yeah.
values? Nobody should
Mm-hmm.
have to tell you the difference between right and wrong. You should have learned that as a child.
Yep.
You should
Mm-hmm.
learn that when you were, coming up, we old down through the years, down through the years. That's
Mm-hmm.
when you should have learned the difference between right and wrong. So, regardless of if you misunderstood what the task was, you should ask questions. Because if you didn't understand what your task was, you should ask questions. Because I understand sometimes you caught up in the moment, and I get she was the only one that was cooking and working, and
Yeah.
so she tired, boss. But the bottom line is, you were given instructions, and you chose not to adhere to those instructions. And as a result, you then want to have wind in your jaw, like somebody is attacking you. How are you in your feelings? Why are you feeling attacked? At the end of the day, you didn't do what was asked of you to do. And as a result of that, you're now dealing with the backlash. And so, what they say, some attention is better than no
I,
attention.
I tell you that all the time. But
But who wants to be
again
known for
here,
that, though?
but as Mansell said, definitely blocked her blessings. That was pure greed. Sharing wasn't. Hi, Holly. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. But yeah, she blocked her
Yeah.
blessing. And everyone could have been blessed. But now help me to understand. Um, how did the other people know that there was something that he left? Well, he probably told them. How did they know they were supposed to do it?
Live. He was on
Come on,
live.
wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, you know how like you talk to me
I'm
like this. Wait a
live.
minute,
If you
Unjeya. Wait a minute. Now, wait a
I'm
minute.
live.
No, no, no. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now you know how I am. Don't tell me
The man
this. Now, are
was
you trying to
on
tell
live.
me that he was online, he was live, and telling this woman what to do with this money so everybody in the world heard it?
Everybody heard it. It was what they say. It was the whatever heard around
Whatever
the
the
world.
whatever.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
everybody heard it. So there was no
Oh,
denying of if there. I didn't
oh,
understand the no.
oh.
Everybody heard it. He straight up told her, "Look, I like what you're doing. I like what because again, he doesn't know that they're not all together. So in his mind, he's like, I love
It
what's
just
going on. I want to
got to
sow
come
into
together.
you. I want to sow into your business. I want to sow into, the things that are happening around you. And as a result, you're going to play like, well, I didn't know. He clearly told you what to do. He said to give 1,000 to the barber, 1,000 to the hair braider, and you take two. And the only reason why he couldn't give you cash because he don't carry cash, and I can
Yes.
understand. That's a lot of
No,
money to be carrying
yes.
around. He doesn't carry cash. So therefore he said add a $4,000 tip to my meal. And it was like 80 some dollars was the meal. So again, no, that was greed. You looked at it as, oh Lord, he done sent the savior to come and save me. And he did.
And
But you
you
failed the test.
and you messed it up. How you doing there, Miss Full Figure, North Carolina Pageant? Thank you for joining us. And Manswell said there are two videos out there with him saying, because you know how slow I am, because you know I'm not up on this stuff. And that's just what I'm trying to figure out. How did the people know that they were supposed to get the money? Well, he's telling everybody. Well, how did she think it was going to be okay when he's told her this? And it's all online. I don't understand now but she was working hard now, working 9 to 5. It was hard. It was tough way to make a living. Darling. I mean, so I don't understand that. So now when you talk to me about karma,
Yes.
now I get it because this is all being broadcast live, and
Mm-hmm.
then she did not share that money with the people. So
No.
and that meant, and they would go, of course, because he know this. Because if you say, Teresa, you got $1,000 tip, and we all live and da da da, I'm gonna be like, I got, and so and so, I thank you so much, I got my
Right.
tip, and da 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 da, and the other
Right.
person gonna get on and say, thank you so much, and anybody that need a haircut, even if I done blown through this $1,000, I'm gonna give it to them because you sold it to me, and blah 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 blah. Thank you so much, and that there was crickets. None of that ever happened.
No.
Now I don't understand. Now she might be an older person, and I'm not trying to talk
Girl,
about people of a
anything
certain age
has nothing to
because
do
I'm
with
an older
greed.
person, so maybe she didn't
Has
understand.
nothing to do with greed. That was just pure greediness. And I don't even want to hear that it was desperation either. No, like if somebody comes and they tell you that I am sewing into your business XYZ amount of dollars if you do XYZ, 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 do you think that I'm just going to take this money and not do what I've been told?
And Maxwell said that she got $800 for free food, but she only gave 3 people free food. This is something.
Yes.
Only gave 3 people. I, I just can't wrap my mind around. I can't really wrap my mind around this because it's almost like this ain't it, guys. But I just thought about this. I'm gonna throw it out there. They used to say throwing water on a drowning man. That might be a song, but it's almost like the blessing is there,
Yeah.
and you choose to do everything to basically prevent yourself from prospering
Yes.
knowingly. Because if the guy gave you $800 for free food, why would you not give people food? People need food, and if somebody, oh, just keep your money. Somebody that already paid it for you, keep your money. You next time you and
Yes.
your kids come, you buy it in. But this time somebody done paid it for it. Whatever. But so that meant again, everybody listened, and he needed money for free food, so the people came on down there, and then she wouldn't give the people the free food, and only gave 3 people that. Did she know that the people was gonna get online and talk about that? No.
I agree with that. Well, that's exactly what it is. You're trying to use common sense with uncommon people.
Yeah,
That's it. That's it.
yeah. I hate this
And
type
see,
of.
and
God knows I do.
it goes to show you no shade, but with all the shade being with it, everybody can't go in business. Everybody wants to open a business, but you can't run a business. That's business 101. Why would you do that?
Really, I mean, you're nothing without your customers.
Right.
I
Everybody
mean,
knows like, customer service is huge. I don't care what you're
it
doing.
doesn't.
Customer service is
Yes,
huge. And all you need is 1 or 2 people
yeah.
talking about how
Mm-hmm,
nasty they don't even have
mm-hmm.
to talk about the food.
No. Mm-mm.
They just get to talking about how the people
Yeah.
act and it's over for you. So again, it's like, unfortunately, I guess this is one that, we'll have to just see how it unfolds. But
And
that
she,
was a choice.
it was a choice. Oh God, we're back to the choices again, huh?
It was
And
a
I
choice.
tried to go to her Facebook page, but when I clicked on the link from the article, you know how sometimes Facebook says a broken whatever. So
Mhm.
I wasn't able to see her response that's on her Facebook page as I was prepping for this session. But again, we'll have to see how it goes. Because again, I was slow on this, and maybe she was too. I just didn't realize
She was
everything was
slow.
being broadcast
She
live. The
wasn't
people
slow.
hearing me say, "Give me, I'm leaving this money for you." The people here and say, "Come down here." I done spent 800. I'm giving her $800 to feed people. She knows we're live. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense too, because of course I'm a blogger. So if I'm talking to her, of course I'm going to be live. Y'all
Right.
guys ain't had time to think this through. She
That's
didn't
what
either,
I
obviously.
do.
And so it's like that Manswell said the food truck is closed now. It kind of seemed like it had been shut down, but I
Before it
didn't
was
want to
open.
go there. But since he done brought it up, yeah, it appears that because she made a fatal mistake, fatal guys, now listen, that's a fatal
Mhm.
mistake. She was dishonest, and everybody is seeing it. I'm sorry, these little things that run through my brain. I have to tell you this offline. I'll even tell you, Manswell, you can't do what everybody do. You can't do what
No.
other people do. Some people got to do the right thing. And so as a result of that, the people didn't patronize her. And so it has shut it down. So that might be why that link was didn't work on
It's
to her Facebook page. Because I think
broken.
that
So the
was
business is broken.
yeah, because it was saying broken, and that was her making her response on this past Saturday. I'm thinking about this incident. So if you talk about karma, and you know,
Yeah.
I was thinking, because you always use that phrase with my niece, how quickly hers comes
Oh,
back on
girl,
her.
it does, honey. She do something right. She can do something right now, and before she even turn around, go boo 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 boo. I'm like, see, that was your karma. See, you run off at the mouth being slick. And see, the universe done came and handle
Yeah,
you. It happens, and just like that, she got dealt with, unfortunately. And I mean, we can say, oh, it was greed. She was tired. She looked at like, you
wow,
know. Like that those people didn't deserve it. That's not the point. The thing is,
yeah.
we are here to work together. Why are we working against each other? It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter if you knew those people or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that because those people was over there getting their hair braided and getting
Yes,
their hair cut, they was
they're
gonna
gonna
come
eat.
eat some
They're
food.
gonna come eat.
I need you to use that thing right here. They were
I
gonna
just
come get some food.
Yeah. I mean, if those people are in that parking lot on Saturdays, whatever day it was, Friday, Saturday,
Mhm.
whatever, and she's there, that's a built-in clientele to eat her
Yeah,
food. And then if it's good, they're going to tell people. So other people, when we come to get her food, whether they're going to get the hair braided or to the barber shop, they'll come and get the food. So that then becomes her advertisement, since it
it
appears that she
does.
wasn't doing any advertisement. But sometimes it's hard to connect the dots. And obviously, she probably
Dot.
knew the
We don't
social
want to
media. I'm
connect the
telling you,
dot.
I don't know
We don't
who.
want to connect the dot. We want to live over there in that denial river. And now, like I said, you in your feelings because, social media done shut you down. Why are you in your feelings? Again, wrong is
It
wrong. And your
is.
big old age, as they say, in your big old age, you should know the
It's Alexis
difference between
saying
right
that. In your
and
big old
big
age, as Alexis would
old
say.
age. You should know the difference between right and wrong. And the bottom line is, you know that you was wrong. You
Straight
know that you was
down.
wrong. And even if he didn't say it, now let's just take a step back. Even
Okay.
if he did not say, do X, Y, Z, because you know that you are in that parking lot with those other business owners,
Mhm.
and you know that their clientele more than likely is going to come and be a blessing to your business, you
Mhm.
still, out the goodness of your heart, should have gave those other individuals something. So no matter how you slice it, she was still wrong. Greed came into play, and as a result of it, she's now suffering the consequences. And she was already closed before she even got open good. And again, that's why everybody can't go into business because they teach you that in business 101 that you never want to upset your clientele.
Um,
Never.
yeah.
Customer service is big. Okay, that's why people love Chick-fil-A. It don't matter who Chick-fil-A is affiliated with. People will say, I'm not going to Chick-fil-A because let me tell you, Chick-fil-A, don't miss a beat. That line be wrapped around 3, 4 times.
Yes.
like,
Yes.
my
And
pleasure. How can I help you? And not everybody else want to do it. But you should have, but the thing is, that's manners.
yeah. And that's what I was thinking also. Maybe we're looking at it because we're Southern. It's that Southern
It is.
hospitality and
Yeah.
manners and charm. So immediately I'm looking at we're all in this together because anytime somebody bring me something, I always tell them it's always us because I'm always in it with them.
Yeah.
And maybe she just because I don't want to tell a fib. Were they even from the States? I know they weren't from Texas.
They were from
Of
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. Okay, okay. Well, we're different. It's just like in North Carolina, and I can say this because I'm in North Carolina. We're
Mhm.
different. We have different regions of North Carolina. We've got the coast, we've got the triangle, we've got the triad, we've got the mountains, and we're different,
We are.
and so that's a different part of the US. And so, you're talking, the West Coast, but upper part of the West Coast, and just the way things are done there. And it's a cultural difference, and perhaps, how I am, perhaps she had not assimilated yet to the culture of Texas. And in Texas, we do everything
Everything big
big. And
in Texas,
he
honey.
had come and done a big thing. And so everybody wanted to be a part of that big thing. And
Mhm.
she had not understood her
Yeah.
her area yet and her potential clientele. But I do understand this thing of karma, as you say.
Mhm.
And yeah, it does seem like it was kind of a karma thing there because they shut it down. And it's like the scales of justice, but it could be
Mhm.
any scale, guys. I'm just saying scales of justice. She was already teetering, and her son
Yeah.
TikTok video brought somebody in that could help her, and he was helping her because you got to think of it this way: if he's giving me $800 for free food, that means he's paying for people to come and eat my food. So that's going to help because they're going to go out word of mouth and talk about the fact that
Yeah.
he paid for them to eat and it was good and so on and so on. So it's like,
Right, man. Yeah, that's what she messed up, and she did know the assignment because again, I
oh,
mean, like I said, we can go back and forth about what she shoulda, coulda, woulda, houlda, woulda, houlda, houlda. The bottom line is, she was given her task and she failed, and as a result of that, she suffered the consequences. Every day we are tasted. Game
that's it.
time. Every day we are tested.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We
Yeah, we
are
are.
tested every single day. So again, it's up to you to determine if you're wanting to pass or fail. Now, me, I want to pass because I don't want to continue to repeat that universe. Okay, because I got it once. I don't need it again. Okay, like I learned the first time, so I don't have to do it again. Okay, but for some people, they're a little hard headed. You got to love them a little bit harder because they don't seem to understand. Like, why does this keep happening to me? Because you won't pass the test. That's why it keep happening to you, and then you mad because I don't understand. I don't understand what you don't understand. And that's like the worst part is when you can see the test and you like, I already know how this is gonna be. Because see, you done been through this test like 30
Yes.
times already, and I already know what the outcome gonna be. And the outcome is, when are you going to learn the lesson? And the bottom line is, you had a really good time. And that
Yes.
what they said, you had a good time.
Had a good thing.
You had a good thing. You
And
had somebody that was down there who is not from there that came and was bringing what you needed.
yeah.
You prayed for it, you fast for it, you asked for it, you got it, and what did you do with it? You fumbled,
Now she's
and then got the
taking that
nerve to
from
be
me because
acting.
I
Got,
usually say all that, but she done took my saying, and
got
then
the
they
nerve to be
fumble.
acting. Time out. He didn't say. Well, I didn't understand. You did understand. You understood what the assignment was, and
Well,
you chose not
let
to
me say this: if you don't understand, I'm really big on
ask
this. Ask
questions.
questions, even if the time has passed. Before, if I was kind of unclear before I kept all the money, I should have reached out to him on social media and said, I had my
Mm-hmm.
son. Now, what am I supposed to do at this money? There's too much going on. What did you tell me to do with this money? I want to
You
make sure I understand.
replay the video. Replay the video.
I'm going
It was being
to
recorded.
throw this here too. I don't have to reach
Replay
out to it.
the
Just replay.
video.
I don't know
Just
why
hit
I
it
talk
on
to you.
replay.
Why do I talk to you? Just
Still
replay the video. Just replay the video, and then I would have been able, and all I have to do, even though we may not have been there, just put it out there. I'm such and such person. I'm trying to get up with the lady and the gentleman that were in the parking lot when such and such came. I got something for you, and they gonna know what I got. And also, I just can't help this. I mean,
Is even her little apology video, it was half ass, and I said it
mm,
because she
I
had
haven't
an
seen it
attitude
yet.
with it. It's okay.
Oh,
I'll find it and send it to you. She did. The thing is, she didn't learn her lesson because even when she apologized, it wasn't sincere. So again, she still don't even understand why she going through what she going through, and that's right, man. Well, now she at that telephone calling Tyrone.
no, y'all got talking about Tyrone on here too. Y'all
Yeah,
could have called Tyrone. What did I miss that at? I don't see that. Cause he said now she in the unemployment office asking for stuff. And she didn't get no pass, nope, not yet. No. And
yeah,
she calling Tyrone now. Call it.
yeah.
But you can't use my social media.
Oh, honey.
Y'all is awful. Awful. And maybe I would feel the same if I had seen the video. See, I haven't seen the video, guys. I read about it in the news because I mean it's in the newspaper. So when she sent me the information, I'm reading it from the newspaper. Can you imagine that this incident has made the paper newspaper? It's probably online newspaper, but it's made the Chronicle, I think it was. And
That is like
so
worldwide. It's world. She worldwide. Okay, with that like world star. That's almost like TMZ status, shade room status with that. Yes, honey. Like
mm, mm, mm. But she's worldwide for the wrong reason though. But as
exactly. And the thing
I
is,
say, and you
no,
said,
no,
I
no.
say
But the thing
any
is, though,
attention.
even for all of that, he gave her, because he gave her a review. Because see, all this happened like after, he done did his review and he done moved on to the next destination. Like, he was even giving her like props with her food and everything. Like, and I'm like, girl, he even said that the barbecue sauce was probably not homemade, but the ribs were good even without the barbecue sauce. I mean, like, giving her mad
Yeah.
compliments. And again, you done messed up your blessing.
And she
Being great.
all over the world.
She all over the world. She probably over there overseas.
Well, yeah, because a lot of what happens in the U.S. is talked about overseas, as you and I know. When we're in Scotland, we're not going to say what the people said to us, but they said, we feel sorry for you,
Yeah,
Americans.
over there.
you know. So yeah, I'm sure that's all over the world. Because he would be known. He would have people who follow him. And the fact, and what that says to me, he does that often.
Yeah,
He will leave money
like that
there
is
for
like
people.
now his job, I guess. Like, like he goes to all these different
Yeah.
restaurants and people like invite him to
Mm-hmm.
come because they're really wanting to, get his review because again, it's like it's almost
I
like
wonder if I can get him to come talk Tars in the kitchen. Just come here and I'll cook him up a meal and then he can
probably
we might
so.
be we might
Probably
be
so.
it's popped in my head. Tars in the kitchen
Probably so.
and
But
get him to
he's
come.
almost like what's our man?
Which man? Yeah.
Restaurant
Oh, Robert?
Impossible.
Robert?
Yeah, he's like that. Like, how like these businesses don't be doing well,
Well.
whatever.
Oh,
And
okay.
he
And he buys
comes and he gives reviews. And then because of who he is, he has a big following. And so
Mhm.
people are lined up to now come and patronize your business. So again, it's like, honey, this is like the
She do
loaves
her
and the
homework.
fishes.
She didn't do her homework. She must didn't know.
Somebody didn't school her. That's what that was. She didn't get schooled. The son should have schooled her. Well, I can't talk about that. But anyway,
Yeah,
like,
because when
she
you
didn't
put
get
it to me
schooled.
like that, it's like Robert Irvine
Yes,
or what's or my gentleman coming. They got offered I can't what's my gentleman name? I'm tired, guys. What's my
but
gentleman name? Hell's
I
Kitchen.
say Emerald. It's not Emerald. What's his name?
No,
Gordon.
Gordon, thank you. I'm sorry, Gordon. It's been a long day, but I did catch up yesterday on Hell's Kitchen. I know who won, and I'm caught up on Next Level Chef. So it's like when Gordon goes out, whichever Kitchen Nightmare, I think that's what it is. He used to go to hotels, so I love Gordon Ramsay. So when Robert Irvine, Gordon goes out, this is what this blogger does. If he comes to your place, it's like
Yes,
Guy Fieri with Triple D. If he
yes,
comes to your place, you sure to have a quick blow up.
yes.
She didn't understand. I won't stick to that. I sound like mama. She didn't
She
understand the
understood.
blessing for this man to be eating her food and talking about it. She didn't understand. She
She
didn't understand.
understood. She understood. It was
I'm
still
sure that
greed. No,
she
I don't care. You can throw it, and I will catch it and
Ooh,
throw it right back. The
throw it
bottom
back
line,
at me.
the bottom
Mm-mm.
line is she understood the assignment. Like I said, no matter how you slice it, she understood the assignment. And if you're a good, wholesome person that got a conscience,
No. Yes.
you even without him telling you to do that, you would have done something. So the thing is, it was greed that came into play, and the nerve of you catching an attitude as if somebody has done you wrong when they have been a blessing to you, and
When
you
she had
choosing
done
not to be a
it.
blessing to others. How do you think you continue to be blessed?
Well, as we say
Mm-hmm.
here in the States, she's all over the world, but as we say here in the States, we like to
Worldwide,
pay it forward. And
yes,
it's just it's there's so many ways, like I said before you came on, that we could talk about this, from etiquette to being a person of your word, follow through, understanding business
yes,
and what you do and what you don't do, understand the power of social
yes.
media, um,
Word
and
of mouth,
word of mouth,
right?
because
Exactly, right, means well.
right the next, yeah, you're right, Claire. It's just, I mean, now that y'all have helped me to understand, because I don't knew about this much of it, what's really going on, this is sad.
It's very much sad.
But I will say this we need to wrap this up, but I have to say this. This happens all the
It
time.
does.
Now, it just so happened that this is something that we all know about because it's made the news. But this happens all the time that people's blessing be knocking at the door, but you be stuck on stupid, as Diane would say if she was living. You be stuck on stupid and you won't open the door. And then you wonder, why am I in this situation? Because when I came, you wouldn't let me in the door.
And the
Because you couldn't
reason
wrap
why,
your mind around it.
because the thing is, it's never going to be presented to you in the way that you
Never,
think it should be. Come
never,
on, now.
never.
Because if it was presented to you in the way that you paid and asked for it, you wouldn't appreciate it.
Appreciate it. You got to do the work.
Got to do the work.
And she was
Got to do
doing
the
the
work.
work, but then decided not to share the money.
Girl got the nerve to be acting indignant. I said, look at the, and then that's
You
a
got to send me
conversation
that.
offline.
You got to send me that. She acting indignant in
Got
her
us
apology.
looking bad out here.
And everybody done heard what the man said. Dude, I didn't understand all this, guys. That this was done live, and the gentleman, I didn't understand who he was like a Robert Irvine, Gordon Ramsay. I didn't know none of this. I didn't
Right, listen,
understand what
I'm not
she was
blocking
talking
no,
about. No,
no blessings. None.
and you said, as Nancy said, he ain't blocking no
None.
blessings. If you tell me to do something, that's what I'm gonna do, even if I don't understand it. You just do it because, as we said, you never understand the instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Instructions will seem very bizarre. They'll seem like that's ludicrous, but you do it.
Yeah.
You know, now I almost want to go into the Bible, but I will say this. You know, he did feed them with, was it, how
The
many
loaves and
loaves?
the
It was, yeah.
fishes.
And then they tell him one time to put castanet or something on this side of the boat or whatever. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, but we ain't been getting that. What, you know, again, guys, I'm not a Bible scholar, but the point is that it doesn't come the way you expect it to come. You have to be mindful of what you
You
do.
do.
And unfortunately, her deciding not to do what he had asked with that money, for some people would say that she was not a reputable business
Right.
owner. You see, because it's her reputation along with her food that would bring people to her. But you
Mm-hmm.
know, if you don't seem to be reputable, because everybody heard this man say get his money and say, I didn't know all this
It's
before I
something
got in
I
here.
send it to you.
And then I don't get the money. What does that say about me? No, the community is not going to support you.
No. No.
Because then the thing would be, what does that say about them? And where they say two rights don't make a wrong, I don't know if this lady can come back out of this because I don't think that either. I don't, I don't know if she understands the significance of this misstep and the
She
lasting.
I don't think that at this moment she understands it because it's still fresh and it's still happening and it's going to continue to be talked about until, it dies down or whatever. But even once it dies down, I still don't think that she'll understand because again, she's looking, I feel like her response, like I said, is based off of like, okay, like,
Oh,
only because people are
you
like,
get a
you didn't
sting.
do right by these people. So that's why I said I don't feel like her apology was genuine. It was not sincere. Again, if she did or has given those other parties, the money that they were supposed to receive, don't know. I guess we will continue to see this unfold. But the bottom line is, regardless of how you slice it, even if she did not hear what he said, as a business owner who is
Yeah,
supporting another business owner, because we
yeah.
all are here together, I still should be pouring into your business as well as you pouring into mine. So again, that's just business etiquette. If you didn't know, now you know. But that's what you're supposed to do. So again, it's unfortunate that it happened, but the bottom line is it just shows your character. And with you being new to the community, yeah, you've definitely made it harder for yourself. But I wish her well, as he stated in his video, and she got a lot of praying and a lot of talking to do. And
He
that's
must
that.
be from the South. I'm gonna have to get up on him. He
I
must
gotta
be
go
from the
see what he said.
South.
Yeah, he said she got a lot. She gotta go talk to God.
And y'all make sure. Hi, yeah, yeah, MCOYLAN. Hi.
Yeah.
It's thanks for joining us. It is, this is a really good example. If I was talking from a professor standpoint, business, it's a really good case study on what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to remember, guys, that there is customer service in everything. You go to your doctor, there's
Every
customer service. You go to the gas station,
customer
there's
service.
customer service. Walmart, wherever, it's customer service. And so, they say the customer's always right, even though
Okay.
sometimes we be wrong, but the customer's always right. And so I hope that this lady's business can rebound from this. But she didn't understand. She
No,
didn't understand. And the lesson I want to leave for my younger folks, be careful what you put out in social media. She
yeah,
wasn't putting the content out. She was a part of the content that was being put out. But when you say something, that you're doing something, or you're agreeing to something, or you have said, this is what I do, that will last forever.
forever,
And I
girl.
as far as jobs, and I can't say it's for college applications, but I know for jobs, they will look at your social media to see what type of content you put out, because that gives them a good indication of what type of person you are. And then
Yeah,
they have to see if you meet their brand, if you can meet their beliefs and
yep.
uphold their mission. Because again, whether I'm at Chick-fil-A or Chick-fil-A, or however you always say it,
Chick-fil-A.
that customer service has to be top
It
notch.
does.
So
It does. And Chick-fil-A, as I call it, Chick-fil-A, is definitely top
they
tier.
are. And as Manswell said, how can she rebound? He just won't let he won't me to read the room, Teresa. Read the room. It's
It's
closed. I hear you.
closed.
Okay, y'all, it's closed.
It's
So
closed.
my Lord, my Lord.
Yeah,
So
I
she
don't,
will not be doing the foods. Oh, I bet she could have been. Now, y'all work with me. I bet she could have done that food truck, rodeo, whatever they call it on Food Network. I think that's with I can hear is that with Tyler somebody? Because they do that. They do. I mean, so many things could have happened
on
as a
the road.
result of him coming there.
She could take it on the road. She was in Dallas. So, I mean, they're always doing stuff there,
Yeah.
like the rodeos or, all, hello, it's Texas. So it's like you played yourself, as they say. You played yourself, sis. And I hate that you did, but unfortunately, let it be a lesson, not only to her, but
Yeah.
again, anyone that's going into
All of
opening a
us. Yeah.
business, just understand that when you are presented with opportunities, don't mess up being greedy. Don't gatekeep. Now, there are some things that you can gatekeep on. Don't get me wrong now. Some things you do need to gatekeep on. But when it's an open blessing like this, no, like you should be sharing it, shouting it out from the mountaintop. And the thing is, unfortunately, she's closed and she was already closed before she even got open good. But, I hope she does take this time and reflect
Here goes
on what not to do.
reflection.
Well, she ain't got no choice but to reflect because if they had anyway,
I don't.
if they had just moved there and decided to open up a food truck, clearly they don't have no other source of income. Everything was into the food truck, which is why you just should have. What the old folks say, just zip it, lock it, and put it in your pocket.
Well,
On
on
this
that
edition
note,
of
well, we thank you for joining Taz and Unjeya, Taz Tuesdays, Real Talk with Taz and Unjeya on Taz Tuesdays. Please follow us, Miss Scorpio 85, Dr. Teresa Smith. Follow us for more content, more insight.
yeah,
You never know what we might be talking about. I always learn something when I interface with Unjaya. I just wasn't up on this, but I'm gonna get up on it now because this is serious. And to Manswell says employment lines available. Again, this is a little remote that I keep threatening to throw at them. Neither one of them is nearby, but I just got to be waving it and everything, just to
that's okay.
illustrate
You
my
can
point.
talk. Remote. I got the mouse.
Oh, bless your heart. So you got that mouse, we're going to be throwing back and forth at each other. You catch the mouse. I catch the mouse, you catch the remote. next week on food
There you
stamps. Okay. Uh,
go.
they are. You obviously, you know, I'm the serious one of this pair, and I have to deal with this offline. That's the reason I want y'all to experience it online with me. It's just hard working with them sometimes. It's just hard,
You
but you
love
know,
her. You love her.
huh? Do I
You
love
love her. That's
y'all?
why I don't understand why you keep talking to us. I say that all
You
the
do say
time.
that. You do say that. Why y'all keep talking to me? Because it's a lot of fun. But you do say that. Why they keep talking to me?
Like,
Because they know I.
if y'all can really meet me offline, but you know, I don't really do. That's a whole different conversation with that one. But yeah, if you can meet me offline, you would understand. Like, she's a hoot.
Yes,
Okay.
she is a hoot. And you know my little phrase, Michael Jordan said in Space Jam, you got a whole lot of something. I don't know what it is, but you got a whole
Mhm.
lot of it now. So you got a whole lot of something. I don't know what it is, but anyway, it's working for you. So again, thank you guys so much for being with us. Yes, we do keep it real. Mansell, thank you so much for being with us for this edition of Real Talk with Taz and OnJerya, coming to you every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time on Instagram. Remember, follow us, Dr. Teresa Smith and Miss Scorpio 85 for more laughs, more insights, and just seeing what life has got going on. And of course, until next time, make sure you take care of yourself first before you take care of anyone else. And I see that someone has put that lemon drop time is a coming. I don't know what that means, guys, but we'll find out. Maybe we'll talk about it next week. I just don't know what lemon drop means. But anywho, take good care. Bye now. Thank you, guys.
Bye.